Hi guys, sorry it's been such a long time since I've recorded, but I've just been weighed down by a lot of things, and then by the time I actually got to see another film, I was just a little bit uninspired. But even though it's been like 5 months, so long, I will be trying to keep uploading on this channel a little bit more, and this is now going to be a lot more active, even though it was really deactive quite a bit ago. Anyway, so we're going to go on to the main part, and that is a Bing Bong theory. So, of course, I really like Inside Out. I think I just like most animated films personally. And so when I found out there was a theory about Bing Bong, I was like, oh! And yeah, so I think it's not, I haven't come up with this theory myself. It's a very common theory. So you probably already heard of it, but I wanted to put my own views on it, because after seeing a few videos on it, I don't think anyone's really expressed the same opinions that I have to it. So it's just kind of taking a very well-known theory and just giving my own little ending spin. Okay, so the theory is, when Joy and Sadness first find themselves not in the headquarters, they're looking for the memories, and this is when they find Bing Bong. And see, at this point, Bing Bong has his brown jacket, and on the brown jacket there is like a little flower, it's kind of here, and it has 6 petals around it. And the 6 petals, they represent the other 5 emotions, and they were all the colour of the emotion. So sadness is blue, so it was a blue petal. Joy is yellow, so it was a yellow petal. Disgust is green, there was a green petal. Anger is red, red petal. And last of all, fear is like a purpley violet colour, so it's a purpley violet colour in a flower. But the whole theory comes in is that on this flower there are 6 petals, but we only know 5 of the emotions. I think the reason why I think this is so interesting is because I think a lot of the backlash from Inside Out was that all the emotions are quite basic. But of course it was a kids film, so of course they had to be quite basic. But my own point of view is that maybe this was more of an emotion which they were thinking about, that maybe an emotion not for Riley, but more an emotion for Bing Bong himself. So because he's representing all of these colours, it's all to do with Riley, like, because Riley has brought up Bing Bong, so what Riley's emotions aren't what, Bing Bong's are. So of course they're going to be tightly conversed because Riley's made him up, but they won't be exactly the same. So that's why I think that it's to do with Bing Bong. And then so that's an orange petal. And personally, for me, I think Bing Bong's colour is, I think his one is creativity. Now, okay, listen up. I know creativity isn't an emotion technically. Okay, I understand. But I would say the word creative. The word creative, I feel, can be a feeling and an emotion, because some days I'm feeling extremely creative and I want to make stuff and I want to draw and I want to do loads of things, but other days you can be feeling very uncreative. So I think that's why it can be a feeling and an emotion. And Bing Bong himself, he seems very creative in the way he is. Even the way that Riley created Bing Bong, it's so creative. Of course, Bing Bong's a bit of a cat and a bear, and I think he speaks like a dolphin. I don't even remember, there's so many parts. I put in a little picture of like all the different parts which he is. And so that's why I feel like, because Bing Bong is so creative. But then the question is, well, why hasn't Riley had it? Well, although creativity is not something which we always have. We can be creative at some point, but we don't always feel creative. And I feel like in the way that Riley's described, she's more of a sporty person and she's not always making. And of course, when you're a child, a lot more children are drawing and things, and she's probably just lost that creative bit about her. And through her mind, she's thought up of Bing Bong, and Bing Bong is this creative being. So I think that's how they really kind of coincide with each other. And I think it's a way of giving Bing Bong his own personality and giving himself his whole new fresh thing. And that's why I feel like the flower is like such a thing, because it's connecting himself to all the parts which Riley feels and all the parts which he feels. And I suppose everyone can feel creative, but what I'm trying to get at is things like anger and sadness people feel a lot often, and they're always feeling it. Because Riley isn't always creative, she's almost lost it, which she might have had this creative thing as a child, but as she's grown up, she hasn't had it anymore. So I feel like that's how it is, and I think it adds another dimension to Bing Bong as we go along and as we meet his character and just everything about him. And I think that's why it really works, just to tie everything in together. And I know a lot of people have said, oh, maybe it's this one or that one. But I feel like those didn't really describe Bing Bong's personality and what we saw him as in the film. In the film, he was just very outgoing, type of loud person who had these kind of random thoughts. And throughout the whole journey, we're following Bing Bong and we're going through all these weird places, like like when they turned all abstract. That was quite a weird creative thing. And I know that was technically a place in Riley's mind, but because the other emotions, and Riley hasn't got her own like creative emotion, they haven't been really able to like access it and go through it. And that's why I feel like Bing Bong, even if it was by accident, he's still able to really go into and find the creative parts of Riley's mind, even if she's not that creative as a person altogether. But I think that's personally my views, and I would love to see in the comments below about what emotion you think it could be, or if you think it's just a flower. But I think it'll be quite boring, and also, if you're going to make just a flower, what's the point in having all the other 5 colours coincided with an emotion? So I feel like it would be like a bit of a waste, and I think it's nice that they've added it, because it's a kind of a cute little Easter egg thing, which is what I first thought it was, and I saw some videos on it, and I was like, oh. But anyway, that's about it. Bye. And I will be trying my very hardest to keep posting. And I'm probably going to do a video on Beauty and the Beast soon. But I didn't want to do it when the hype was so like, Beauty and the Beast, Beauty and the Beast, Beauty and the Beast. I kind of want to have my own, put my views and opinions on it just a little bit once it's kind of died down, so I can have a real like thought about it and not have all my opinions, because people are, that's all I've been like force fed by everyone saying it's great, it's great. I want to like have my own opinions on what I actually felt with it. Anyway, that's it. Bye guys. Just a quick note before I go. I don't think you realise how much I actually really love Bing Bong. He was definitely my favourite character. And I got this little symptom of him. And even on this toy, he has the flower. I feel as if, why would Bing Bong, even on his merchandise and toy, have the flower on there on all his merchandise if it wasn't important? Like, it kind of has to play a scene, and I've only just realised it when I was picking this up. Also, yeah, no, it is kind of creepy, but I love Bing Bong too much. I just do.